morning, muscles! It's Mr. Fallon. Today's Thursday, and I am so excited that you're joining us for Good Morning Muscles today. We're going to have so much fun. Remember, Good Morning Muscles is your daily Kickstarter for what's going to be an amazing day. It's uploaded every morning, 6 a.m. on It's Mr. Fallon's YouTube page. Wake up, do Good Morning Muscles, and just start off your day in the best way possible. Hey, what do you say? You ready for some fun? I'm ready for some fun. How about we get warmed up? Alright, today we're going to be doing a special Miss Alexa warm-up today. And today we're going to ask Miss Alexa how many of each movement she wants us to do. So we're going to start off first jogging. Alexa, volume 10. Alexa, pick a number from 1 to 20.
Here's a number between 1 and 20. It's 7.
It's 7. We're going to jog around our area for 7. Ready, set, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Wow, that was so simple. Alright, up next, we're going to jog around our area. Alexa, a number from 1 to 20.
Here's a number between 1 and 20. It's 17.
It's 17. Ready, jogging for 17. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Whew, not too bad. Alright, our next movement. It's gonna be jogging. Alexa, 1 to 20.
Sorry, I'm not sure.
Alexa, pick a number from 1 to 20.
Here's a number between 1 and 20. It's 5.
It's 5. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Alright, let's get going now. Alright, our next movement. It's gonna be jogging. Alexa, pick a number from 1 to 20.
Here's a number between 1 and 20.
It's 19. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Alright, let's stop messing around. Our next movement, jogging. Alexa, pick a number from 1 to 20.
Here's a number between 1 and 20.
It's 18. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Alright, up next. Jogging. Alexa, pick a number from 1 to 20.
Here's a number between 1 and 20. It's 18.
It's 18. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Are you ready to jog? Alexa, pick a number from 1 to 20.
Here's a number between 1 and 20.
It's 1. Ready, go. 1. Alright. Fine. Since Alexa only wants us to do 1, let's do jogging next. Alexa, pick a number from 1 to 20.
Here's a number between 1 and 20.
So when you
16.
stop
It's
paying so much
16.
attention,
1,
and when you're
2,
moving in another direction,
3, 4,
don't worry,
5,
I get it.
6,
I meant what I
7,
said
8,
when I said
9,
it, lady.
10,
I never
11, 12, 13,
13,
14, 15, 16. All right. Last one. Last round. Let's change it up a little bit. Let's do, what do you say we do a little, jogging? Alexa, pick a number from 1 to 20.
I'm fully aware this is a flash in the pan, but we can still
It's
have
16.
fun.
Here we go. Let's finish up.
We can still
1,
have fun for
2,
now.
3,
We can still
4,
have
5,
fun
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Nice warm up.
I'm happy in your company with no emotion, 'cause my love deserves to be free. I never wanna look at a house in the garden. I never wanna lock you down. I know you're not mine, it's just my turn, but we can still have fun for now. You told me you don't really do commitment, trust me. Consider your message received. When you said you couldn't take us too seriously, I must admit I was relieved. 'Cause I never wanna play happy families with you, but I like having you around. I'm fully aware this is a flash in the pan, but we can still have fun for now. Stop paying so much attention, and when you're moving in another direction.
All right, what type of haircut did the bee get? A buzz cut. All right, it's now time for Spot Run Story Time. We're reading Wayside School's Falling Down. We're on chapter 13. It's called A Giggle Box, a Leaky Faucet, and a Foghorn. Every day after lunch, Mrs. Jules read a story to the class. Dana hated stories. The last book Mrs. Jules has read was a story about a pig and a spider. The pig was real cute and the spider was very wise. Dana thought it was a horrible book. It made her laugh too much. Everyone else laughed too. But the problem was that Dana always kept laughing long after everyone else in class stopped. It was very embarrassing. And sometimes she broke out laughing at the part that wasn't even funny because she remembered something funny that happened earlier. John called her a giggle box. That only made her laugh harder. Once she broke out laughing in the middle of an arithmetic test because she remembered something funny the pig had said. There goes the giggle box, said John. She hated John. But that wasn't the worst part of the book. In the end, the spider died. Dana couldn't stop crying. And she thought it was so silly, too, because in real life, she didn't even like spiders. She squashed them all the time. John called her a leaky faucet. Somebody better call a plumber to fix the leaky faucet, he said. She laughed through her tears. She hated John. Once in music, they learned a song about a dragon. When the song begins, the dragon is very brave. But then he loses his only friend, so he isn't brave anymore. He just goes back to his cave where he's sad and lonely for the rest of his life. The song always made Dana cry. Every recess, John and Joe would chase after her singing it. She'd run across the playground with her hands over her ears and tears streaming down her face. The bell rang. Lunch was over. Dana nervously walked up the stairs to Mrs. Jules' room. Mrs. Jules would start a new book today. She hoped it wouldn't be funny or sad. She hoped Mrs. Jules would read a boring story with no jokes. When she got to class, John and Joe were standing by her desk waiting for her. Happy birthday, Dana, said John. He was holding a present. It was wrapped in green paper and had a pink bow. But it's not my birthday, said Dana. Well, that's okay, said John. You can have it anyway. since I'm always teasing you," he and Joe snickered. Dana eagerly tore off the wrapping paper. Maybe John wasn't so bad after all, she thought. It was a box of tissues. John and Joe laughed hysterically. "That's not funny," said Dana. She raised her fist and started to chase after them. Mrs. Jules rang her cowbell, and all the children settled quietly into their seats. "We are ready to begin a new story," she said. Mrs. Jules, she held up the book. It's called Stinky. Dana laughed at the title, then quickly covered her mouth. "It's about a cute and playful skunk," said Mrs. Jules. "Oh no," gasped Dana. She knew animal stories always made her cry. The animal's mother would get shot by human hunters, or else humans would build a shopping center and destroy the animal's home. She hated humans, but she knew that was silly because she was a human, and so were all of her friends. The only human she really hated was John, and she didn't even think he was a human. Mrs. Jules read, "It was a beautiful day. Stinky and his mother went for a walk across the forest. 'Hi, Stinky,' said Charlie the chipmunk. 'Hi, Charlie,' said Stinky. 'Come along, Stinky,' called his mother. Stinky hurried after her. They came to a road. Suddenly Stinky heard a voice he had never heard before. It was very loud, like thunder. A car driven by humans was speeding toward him. 'Look out!' shouted his mother. Stinky stopped in the middle of the road and stared at the onrushing car. He had never seen a car before. His mother pushed him out of the way just in time. He was safe, but unfortunately the car ran over his mother. 'Mama, Mama,' he sobbed over and over, but his mother didn't answer. She was dead. Dana cried. 'Uh-oh, there goes the leaky faucet,' said John. He and Joe laughed. Dana sniffled and wiped her tears, but the tears wouldn't stop. She just kept thinking about poor Stinky. What would he do without his mother? She wondered. Maybe he could go live with Charlie the chipmunk, she hoped. She pulled a tissue out of the box John had given her and loudly blew her nose. 'There goes the foghorn,' said John. Dana laughed into her tissue. She blew her nose again even louder. 'It must be a very foggy day,' said John. The next day after lunch, Dana hurried up the 30 flights of stairs before the bell rang so she could talk to Mrs. Jules before class started. 'Yes, Dana,' said Mrs. Jules. 'Can I leave the room when you read today?' asked Dana. 'Why?' asked Mrs. Jules. 'Because I hate stories,' said Dana. 'They make me laugh and cry too much.' 'You don't hate stories, Dana,' Mrs. Jules told her. 'You love stories. I wished everybody laughed and cried as much as you.' 'Really?' asked Dana. She couldn't believe it. All this time she thought she hated stories when she really loved them. She was glad she really loved stories. Suddenly, she made a face. 'Oh, yuck,' she said. 'What is it?' asked Mrs. Jules. 'What if I really love John, too?' Boys and girls, our steps for today. Tomorrow on Good Morning Muscles, we're going to be reading Chapter 14, Calvin's Big Decision. It's now time for Top 3. Today's topic, Mr. Fallon's going to tell you his top 3 favorite colors. And then you're going to put your top 3 favorite colors in the comment section below. Number 3, green. Number 2, blue. And number 1, maybe you could tell by what Mr. Fallon's wearing. It's black. Put your top 3 colors in the comments below. Can't wait to see them. Game time! Alright, this week on Game Time, we've been practicing our juggling. Yesterday and the day before, we practiced juggling some plastic shopping bags. If you missed those episodes, go back and watch them. And then on Monday this week, we practiced some juggling with our tape ball. We're going to need to be really good at that because today, we're going to try to juggle 2 of them. So today, you need 2 paper and tape balls to do this today. This is how we're going to do it. You're going to take one tape ball and toss it up. And you have to... Let me try again. Mr. Fallon should have practiced a little more. You're going to toss it up and you're going to catch it with the other hand. But just like when we juggled the shopping bags around in a circle, when I toss it up, I need to hand this tape ball to this hand. And then I'm going to juggle it just like this. Watch. This one gets tossed up, and I switch hands with this one. Watch again. Toss like this. And we're going to go nice and slow. Toss this hand, and when this one tosses up, this one gets handed over to this hand. So both are moving at the same time. Let's do it nice and slow. If you can do this, you are an awesome juggler. And if you'd like to, you could practice with the shopping bags instead. That might make it a little bit, help you have a little more success. So do whatever way is helping you be successful. Mr. Fallon's doing it with the tape balls. You may do it with the shopping bags or the tape balls. As you start to get better, see if you can do it a little bit faster. Why do you think Mr. Fallon's so good at it? What do you think I've done that helps me be so good at it? I've practiced a lot. So just like Mr. Fallon, you need to practice a lot and you'll get really good. Toss it up, hand it. Go nice and slow. If you drop one, what do you do? If you drop one, what do? You pick it up and you try again. That's how you get better, huh? Mr. Fallon's got to run over and get the ball. So I dropped it. I'm going to pick it up and I'm going to try again. And if I drop it again, Mr. Fallon's going to pick it up and try again. And keep going. And then what you can do, if you'd like an extra challenge, is you can try to do it the other way. I don't know if I've ever done it this way that many times before. And then as you get better, do it a little bit faster. And if I drop it, pick it up and try again. And I can go this way. I can go this way. Nice and fast. Go nice and slow. Do it nice and high. I can even go under my leg. Any way I want to. But the only way I get better is if I practice. And juggling takes a lot of practice. So I encourage you today. Practice this. Practice it a bunch. Get outside. Practice it. Practice it inside. Practice it so much. You'll get so strong. Get so talented. Boys and girls, unfortunately that's it for today on Good Morning Muscles. This is the cool news. We'll be back here first thing tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. again. Come back, join us, and we're going to have so much more fun, so much stronger, so much to do. So make sure you're here. In the meantime, can't wait to see you tomorrow. Muscle!